Did you know that even though there are tens of thousands of words in the English language, you really only need about 3,000 of them to say anything you need to say? I'm teaching 3,000 words in 3,000 days. Stick with me and you'll get a new word every day. Always, always. Another way that we say always is 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's always on. Some synonyms for always are constantly, consistently, continually. Now, always means 100% of the time. A close synonym is usually, but usually means 90% of the time. Invariably. Invariably is always. It means that invariably it will consistently be this thing. Always can mean anyway, or at least. It can mean forever or permanently, eternally, or for good. So always refers to a habitual action. She always drinks a cup of coffee before starting work. Here, always emphasizes the routine or the repeated habit. It often collocates with daily activities like eat, drink, or go. Always is, because it's habitual, it is a signal word that tells us we are going to use the present simple tense. If you see the word always, then you know you need to use the present simple tense. She always drinks a cup of coffee before starting work. It's an unchanging truth. The sun always rises in the east. In this sentence, always refers to something that is universally or scientifically true, giving it a factual and a permanent connotation. Notice again, this is in the present simple tense. Even though 100 years ago the sun rose in the east, and in 100 years it will still rise in the east. It is an unchanging truth. Emotional consistency. He is always kind to strangers. Here, always shows consistency in behavior or character, often used with adjectives describing personality traits. Always is 100% of the time. And if I'm irritated, then I'm likely to exaggerate. You always do this. You never do this. In that sense, it can be a negative. She is always complaining about her homework. Now, does she always complain about her homework, or does she sometimes complain about her homework and it's just annoying? So this conveys annoyance and exaggeration. We use this in informal speech to talk about the repeated behavior. It doesn't necessarily mean that it happens every time. And it's kind of unfair to say she always complains. Notice here, she is always complaining. Now we're using always with the present continuous. Why? I think that we're using always with present continuous here because it is the exaggeration. You could also say she always complains about her homework, but then we're just stating it as a fact. She is always complaining about her homework, and she's doing it now too. I hate it. It's because it's the exaggeration. If I have a choice, I always pick chocolate over vanilla. This is showing a preference that doesn't change. In this sentence, always indicates a strong preference or certainty, often paired with decision-making verbs like choose, prefer, or take. We can change. People can change. 5 years ago, I would have said at a restaurant, I'm always going to choose French fries over a salad. Why? Because even though I know that choosing a salad is better for me, French fries taste better. And I know that I'll be sad if I don't get the French fries. So I always chose French fries. But as I've gotten older, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've lost a lot of weight recently, my habits have changed. And while I still like French fries, now I really like salad. So I don't always choose French fries now. Sometimes I'll choose French fries, I'll eat 3 of them, and then I can't eat anymore. Or I choose a salad. So preferences can change, but when you're talking about your habits, I always pick chocolate over vanilla. The opposite of always is never. So always is 100% of the time, never is 0% of the time. But always is an adverb of frequency. And there are other adverbs of frequency too, like sometimes. Sometimes would be 50% of the time. There's no noun, there's no verb, there's no adjective. It's just an adverb, always.
I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Use it 5 times today, write it down, commit it to memory, and I'll see you in the next lesson.